You're listening to the SS Experience on S&G.
So, the University of Virginia, they got their ass beat by Colorado State. And I'm sorry I have to say this. Actually, I'm not sorry I have to say this, because I've been felt this way. Tony Bennett got to go. I'm sorry. This motherfucker got to go. I'm tired of hearing about he has the most wins in UVA history. I don't give a fuck about that. Like, not the most wins overall in college football or college basketball history or anything like that. In UVA history. Hey, Virginia, do not act like, and again, I can't say, I say you because I did not attend the University of Virginia, but I rep the University of Virginia, or at least I rep Virginia as a state because of Virginia. So I'm going to say you, even though I'm included because we're talking about a team that I root for. You do not have a historic history. You just won your first championship. So you must have went through a lot of coaches. So Tony Bennett having the most wins means nothing. Nothing at all. Tony Bennett would have been fired after he was a number 1 overall seed and lost to a 16 seed. For the first time that's ever happened. 1 16 seed is automatic. Now it happened twice. You know what I'm saying? Purdue, I don't know what the fuck happened with that, but I know Virginia happened. That shit was shitty. You know what I'm saying? Oh, see, we were still the first ones to do this. Or y'all, we're all in the same boat. Virginia was still the first ones to do that dumb shit. Tony Bennett got to go, bro. So then they will say, well, he won a championship. Tony Bennett would not have been in that position to win the championship. All things equal, let's say you have those same exact players. You bring in a coach that has a better offensive philosophy. You win the championship anyway. It doesn't fucking matter. You still would have won the championship just with a better offense. A more productive type offense. Tony Bennett is scared to go to the 757. I'm going to keep it all the way a buck. Clip this if you want to. Don't care. Tony Bennett is scared to go to the 757. There's several people from Virginia that would love to hoop for UVA. Mainly, they don't want to leave Virginia. They want to stay close, even though Charlottesville, I mean, I've worked in Charlottesville. Shout out 101 Jams. I've been out Charlottesville. Like I said, that's why I like UVA. I can chill. I chill out there, but we all know what UVA is. We all know Thomas Jefferson House. We know what was going on at the crib with you know what I'm saying, Thomas Jefferson, with good old TJ. So we're not gonna hash that out. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna have the historic racist Virginia conversation. But we all know what's going on out there. But let's just say all things 2024 modern time. People will want to go play for the University of Virginia. Stay out the way. Stay close enough, but further away enough. You know? Cool. Richmond too. You know, there's some ballers out Richmond. Go out there. Go to the 804. Go to Cap City. Go to RVA. Get some players from out there. But Tony Bennett don't be getting no players from out. He gets players from everywhere else instead of in Virginia. Does he pick players that fit his system? Or does he get the best available players? See, because the one thing that I like about Calipari, and I want him as my coach, Kentucky, fire Calipari, we'll fire Tony Bennett, and let's just swap it out. Let's just trade it out. Give us Cal, we give you Tony Bennett, because they're both really the same guy. They're both eating off of one championship out of at least 10 plus years. They're the same dude. But the difference is, and again, this is why I want Coach Calipari. I want him to get fired from Kentucky, but that ain't about to happen. Coach Calipari adjusts his system to the players that he has. He doesn't get the same, now he gets the same freshman one and done type dudes, But all of those freshmen one and done type dudes does different shit. Tony Bennett just gets the same type of dude to plug into his system, and his system is ass. Maybe he gets a guy who's a little bit better than his system. Maybe. Like a DeAndre Hunter type dude. Maybe a Malcolm Brogdon. But again, Malcolm Brogdon's team didn't win the chip. DeAndre Hunter team did win the chip. Malcolm Brogdon's team was still getting smacked in the first round by Michigan, or at least I always knew Michigan State was always somewhere around. When I used to watch the earlier brackets, I'm like, please don't be in a bracket with Michigan State, because we all know what Izzo's going to do. Sometimes it'd be like, and yeah, we already know that history. So I'd rather have Calipari because he can adjust to his play. He gets the best available talent, and he says, okay, this is what our team is going to be, and we're going to make it work. Tony Bennett doesn't get the best available players. He gets whatever he feels fits his system. And that system ain't it. I'm sorry. And again, Virginia isn't a historic basketball program. It's not UNC. It's not Duke. It's not UCLA. Shit, that shit's not even Villanova. And Villanova has like 3 of them in recent time. You know what I mean? So for Virginia to have this loyalty to Tony Bennett, it's like, bro, thank you. Good looking. You gave us 2 good regular seasons and 1 good NCAA postseason in 10 plus years. We appreciate the work. Thank you. And send him on his way. Y'all like Tony Bennett so much? Have him. But if you want a guy in a season who 6 times they did not score, 6 times they got blown out by more than 20, and 4 times they didn't make 50 points, y'all can have that. Because these dudes scored 14 points in a half. In a 20-minute half. My son can do that. You know what I mean? My 14 going on 15-year-old grown-ass son can score 14 points in a 20-minute half. By himself. University of Virginia was just ass. Ass, ass, ass. And when I say this, I want to say this with respect to the players. You players are not ass as individuals. I want to say that and make that clear. You players are not ass as individual players and people. You all on the University of Virginia can play the game of basketball. But what the University of Virginia needed is a better scheme to put y'all in better positions to score and score easily, and maybe 1 or 2 wing players that had a little bit more dog in them, a little bit more athletic. And I'm going to let you guys know right now, I just use code. When people talk about quarterbacks, oh, that's an athletic quarterback right there. He's an athlete. That's code for he a nigga. He black. Gotta have athletes. Gotta have an athlete at the position. Means I gotta have a nigga. When they be like, oh man, smart, intelligent, very, very studious of the game. That's code for white. That's the white guy. So my code that I'm using, if you guys can get my drift, is that the University of Virginia, currently and previously, needs athletic wings, an athletic 2-guard and an athletic small forward, 3. You do not need non-athletic people at those 2 positions. So what's my code word? Non-athletic people. Who is that code for? White guys. I'm sorry. None of those dudes is Luka. Just saying. None of those dudes is Luka. Luka's the only white boy that we can, and he's a foreign white boy at that, but he's the only one that we can be like, okay, you on the wing, but he gets buckets. So that, again, that's another thing. So get buckets because he's not athletic neither, but he gets buckets. So University, again, as individual players, the University of Virginia, y'all are cool. Y'all are good individual players. But there need to be a dude or 2 At least one that can get their own shot efficiently and can average 26 points in a game. Caitlin Clark's averaging 30. And again, I'm not trying to make this a sexist conversation. I'm just saying basketball players who are playing the game, male or female, Caitlin Clark's averaging 30. University of Virginia, can we get a person that can average 30? 25? 26? I don't need to see, averaging 12.3, 15.7, 16.9, 14.8, 8.18, 8.9, 7.8. Nah! Give me somebody that averages 28.7, 23.4, 14.5, then we can trickle down. But I need two dudes that can average me at least 20 plus. Now we cooking with gas. Now with the defense that we play, now we can put foot to ass. But we're not going to get that until Tony Bennett gets his ass up out the door.
You're listening to the SS Experience on SMG.